First of all, let's give God the glory. Let's give God the honor that today, being the 28th of February 2025, God am able to do it all for everybody, for the interest of the people of the state. I've always said that the will of justice is sluggish, but it will come when it will come. More than 15 months, 16 months, this matter has been laid to rest by the highest court of the land. The only thing that can happen now is for anybody to appeal to God. If there's an opportunity for you to appeal to God. Supreme Court has made it very clear that you cannot have a democracy without a legislature. The Supreme Court has made it clear, cannot say that the government without the legislature. It is unheard of where anybody will say 3 people will constitute an assembly to make laws for the entire state. It's unheard of. It has nothing to do with an individual, whether you like this person's face or not. But it is what is important is that can 3 people make law for a state? Not to even talk about the appropriation. The Federal High Court said, look, you can't do this. You cannot do it. And therefore, set aside everything they've done. 3 people will screen commissioners. 3 people, all kinds of things. A governor will go and bring down a house of legislature and will do as if nothing has happened. The arm of government, independent arm of government. And people pretend as if nothing has gone wrong.
So Wike is responding to the ruling, the Supreme Court ruling, as it pertains to River State and the River State crisis between the Amewele 20 and the 26 others, the former speaker and the 26 others that defected to the APC and then came back and said they never defected. And then the Supreme Court ruling today has been the biggest bombshell or the biggest breaking news surrounding Rivers State. Wike more or less kind of celebrated and also suggests the fact that, or the possibility that Fubara could be impeached as well, seeing the fact that he has no other option but to abide by the Supreme Court's ruling. Whilst the PDP and their courts confer with their lawyers and see the rulings or make sense of the ruling, I think the question for every single one of us is this: was the Supreme Court, as the stands, was the Supreme Court, justified in their ruling, in the interpretation of the ruling, whether it's the local government nullification of the last local government election that happened in Rivers State, or if you think that the Supreme Court saying that the Accountant General of the Federation should not release Rivers State allocation back to them until the issue is sorted. It's another thing as well. But again, the pro-Wike lawmakers seem to be celebrating the victory so far. So the question for each and every one of us right now is, how do we make Nigeria better? Because it seems to be a case where politicians and the judiciary decide for us. The judiciary literally has been the one electing our lawmakers, our presidents, our leaders. It's not the people anymore. So it goes back to the thing that the son, I believe Michael Zekomo is a son, once said that we're governed by judiciocracy, where it's the election by the judiciary, not the people anymore. So what do you think? If you're meeting this content for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe so that YouTube can continue to recommend this content to other people as well. But also, we are trying to make a change here. We're trying to ensure that come 2027, we have proper system where it is free from this chaos. As you can see, there's chaos in the Rivers State House of Assembly, there's chaos in the Lagos State House of Assembly, the two highest grossing states in Nigeria having issues with lawmaking. It's a thing of corruption in every single fabric of our society. So let us know what you think of the Supreme Court's ruling today, and let us know what your take is. Do you think that Wike has won and is pro 27 lawmakers, including the former speaker? Do you think that they're going to impeach Fubara if they come into power? What do you think will happen with the local government? When the next election is scheduled, the local government election is scheduled to take place. What do you think is going to happen? And what's your thought about the CBN Supreme Court's ruling with the CBN to not release their state allocation to Rivers State? Let us know what you think. And again, like I said, please subscribe and like and share. And keep your comments coming. I appreciate them, and we will surely respond to them as well. And as you listen on to for the rest and see what and hear what Wike says.
Must not be allowed. I've told people that Rivers State is not like any other state. We are not prisoners of war. We are not conquered. We must challenge anything we know that's illegal. We will not allow it. Anything is not. You can do that in any other state, but as far as Rivers State is concerned, we will not allow it. It doesn't matter what time it takes us. Yes. Look at how the assemblymen since their salaries, allowances for how many years now? Because they are carrying out their functions. So for us, not just happy, we're happy that the right thing has been done. All we have prayed, we said, look, nobody should go into violence, no fighting. Allow the law to take its course. I know that the law will take its course, but when? But when? But thank God, they said they defected. So people have said, no, it's not correct. Where's the defection? It's not correct. Hiring 40 senior advocates is not the issue. But the right thing must be done. That's all. Nothing more. Nothing more. Go and present a budget. Okay, tell me. You expanded 2024 budget without appropriation. I mean, you expanded money without appropriation. Who does that? Who does that? That one man who spent billions, trillions of naira without legislature approving it. What can be considered infraction more than that? Just look at it. You sat on your own, spending state's money without any legislative approval. It has never happened. Do you need anybody now to tell you that the governor has committed impeachable offense? Even if the chief judge, for example, is his friend, what can the chief judge do now? The Supreme Court has said there was no budget. And you went and expended the money. Assuming the legislature want to commence an impeachment proceeding, what will the chief judge do? He will say, even if you bring your son or your daughter as the panel now, you can't do anything. Supreme Court have pronounced that, look, this is an abomination. If there's nothing you can do, nothing you can do. Yes, the chief judge was part of people who, aiding him. So even if now the assembly wants to, which I may not advise him, I won't advise him. But assuming they want to, what can you do now? He appointed commissioner without legislative backing. He demolished an arm of government building. I hope people like Femi Farana will appear in Channels Television today. I hope. I'm calling his name. He will come. I'm calling him personally. to pontificate law on this. I hope you appear. If what was Supreme Court said, not me,